Hi guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to create your own variegated yarn. Sometimes you go to the shop and you can't find the colourway that you want, or it's in the wrong yarn type, or the colour changes too quick or it's too slow, etc, etc. So today I'm going to show you a really simple method of creating your own, and you can either do it in the style of quick changing variations like this, so just a few stitches when the colour changes, or you can do it in the style of a yarn cake where you would use sort of more of a half a ball, so like a 50-gram amount of yarn before you then change colour, so you've got more of a yarn cake effect if you're making something bigger like a blanket or a shawl, for example. It's super easy to do. Obviously the only way that you can do this is by creating knots, by tying individual. So here I'm going to be using a purple and a pink acrylic yarn. So what I'm saying is, obviously there are two separate balls of yarn. There's no way for me to magically turn this ball of yarn to this one. The only way that you'd be able to do that is if you were to dye your own yarn, and of course most of us don't have the facilities for that. So basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be creating something called a magic knot, and this is a near invisible join between two coloured yarns. I'm trying to find a yarn end there. There's a yarn end there of the yellow. Let's see if I can unravel this a minute and I can show you the join where I've joined the next colour. There. Right, okay, so we've gone from a yellow to a purple. That knot isn't particularly neat, but that's because I've just quickly made this ball for demonstration purposes. So today I'm going to show you how to create the invisible knot by joining two different coloured yarns together, and then you can create your own colourway variegated yarn or yarn cakes. Okay, so all you do, it's really simple, is you take your first coloured yarn, you find the end like so, and say I simply just wanted to join these two full balls of yarn. So I would start a project, for example a blanket or what have you, and I started on the pink and then I would finish with the purple. So it doesn't matter how many colour changes you do or how long a piece of yarn you want to join, it's the exact same method every single way. So you get your two yarn tails, your different colours, facing two different directions like so, one in front of the other. Then you take your first yarn tail, so I will do the purple first, and you pull it up over the pink, and then so it's just crossing over, so you're just creating a cross, and then you want to go under the pink back towards itself. Okay, so you're doing like a U-turn around the pink, so you're going up over the pink and then you're going in under the pink and back towards itself. You're then going to cross over the same colour yarn, so you've got a loop around your original colour. I'm just going to move so I'm a bit more central, and I'm just going to zoom in to see if that helps a little. Right, there you go. So I'll show you that again a bit closer up. So you get your yarn tails like so. Doesn't matter the length of where you put your knot or anything like that. You get your first tail, you pull the yarn up and over the second colour, so you've created a cross. Then you get your yarn and you take it under the first colour towards itself, back over towards itself, so you've created the loop there. Then you take the yarn tail of the second colour and you pull it up over itself. So now you have a loop like so with your second tail running through it, and then you simply take your tail and you thread it back up through the loop you've just created with the purple to create a knot. Okay, so just a standard single tie knot, and then you just pull that tight. Then as you've pulled it tight, then you pull it as tight as you possibly can. Okay, so this is important for keeping the knots really small, as tight as you can, obviously without breaking the fibres. So that's that one there. So it's just tied around the pink yarn. Now we're going to do the other side. So now we're going to work with the pink. We're going to do the exact same as we did, but just the opposite way around. So we're going to grab the pink and we're going to go up and over the purple so that we've got an X and it's going up on itself. Then we're going to go back under the purple so that we've made a loop. It's going back on itself, so it's doing a U-turn. The pink is doing a U-turn. Then the pink is going to go up over itself to create that loop there, and then pull the tail up under to create your knot. Okay, I'll show you this a couple more times as well, so don't panic if you've lost the way or you're not following properly. Then, as the same with the purple, you tighten your knot around the purple yarn there, pull it really tight. So now what you should have is both yarns both knotted onto the other strand. Okay, so like this, and then what you do, I'm going to zoom back out again for this, is you grab each separate color yarn with your fingertips and you just pull them towards themselves. So pull them away from each other as if you were trying to break that knot. Okay, and what that does is it pulls the two knots together. Then give that a really good tug with both tails as well. Give it a really good pull, and this creates as tight a knot as possible, a smaller knot. Then what you do is you need some really sharp scissors, so some embroidery scissors, or you know, like these little nail scissors I've got here, and you trim as tightly to the knot as you can. It won't come undone, so don't panic. Okay, obviously don't trim the knot itself, but you trim nice and tightly, nice and close, so that you don't have big long tails hanging off of your knot. And there is your magic knot. Okay, so that's how your colours are joined together. Obviously, like I said, there's no way that you can join two different colours of yarn together without creating a knot, but this is how you make the most minimal size knot possible. Okay, and with most crochet work that will be hidden within your stitches, just like as if you were going through a normal ball of yarn and you had a join in there, because most yarn balls do at some point have a join within them. So I'm going to show you this one again. So just ignore the fact I've cut these tails. I'm just going to cut that knot away. I'm going to stay out this time rather than zooming back in, so it's a bit less complicated. So overlap your yarns, one facing one direction, one facing the other. Take your top yarn, so we're going to take our purple and going to go up over the pink. Then we're going to go up and under the pink, going back in the same direction the purple came in. Okay, so we're going to go up over, then we're going to go up under. Okay, so we've got our little loop there. Then we're going to take our tail and cross back over our purple, so we've got our loop like so. Then we're going to take our tail and thread it into the loop that we made, creating our knot and pulling it tight. Okay, then again, don't forget, really tight, as tight as you can without breaking the fibers. And then we're going to do the same again with the pink over the purple. So you're going to take the purple, take it up over the purple, then down under the purple. So we're going back on itself. So we created the loop, it's just we're doing it upside down. Okay, then we've got our pink like so. Then we're going to take the tail of our pink and we'll thread it under through this loop here. Okay, so under and through the loop. So we're just tying a simple knot around each strand. Again, pull it tight, then pull it extra tight, then take each yarn, keep your tails there, take each yarn and pull apart. Okay, so gently. It takes a little bit of work sometimes, especially if you've done the knots really tight like I've just done. You might need to ease them a little bit. Then you just pull them together. Okay, give them a good yank. Again, trim super tight, as tight as possible without cutting the actual knots. 1, and 2. Okay, and there you go. There is your pink joined to your purple. Okay, so that is how you join your 2 separate colour yarns, and that's how you create variegated yarns. If you want a quick colour change yarn, then you would do shorter strands, maybe sort of a metre or so long. If you want to have more of a yarn cake effect for blankets and shawls and things like that, I would suggest perhaps doing sort of like a 50-gram run followed by another 50 grams, so sort of a half a ball of acrylic, and then join on with your next one, etc. You'll have to play around with it, figure out what's best for you, but it's amazing for creating rainbow effects and stripes and things like that, and it's just a really nice way of changing colour without having necessarily having blocks or rows of solid colour. Okay, so thanks again for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did and you'd like to watch more of our content, please hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified whenever we release new videos. And if you like this video itself, please pop us a like. We'd really appreciate that, and it just helps us out and keeps our video up there for other people looking for the same solution. Okay, thanks again, guys, and happy crocheting.